wave your hand, wave your hand, wave your hand from the Caribbean. Wave your hand, wave your hand, wave your hand from your one number one. From you ready for the competition. You not take intimidation. Ready, woman or man. We have no hand.
This is how we play the game. This is how we play. And we gon' represent and show them who we stand for.
Cricket time now on the SportsMax Zone. The 4 teams to contest the playoffs in the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League have been confirmed following the latest set of matches on the weekend. The St. Lucia Kings, defending champions Guyana Amazon Warriors, Barbados Royals and Trinbago Knight Riders have qualified, but are now jostling for those top 2 positions to get the 2 chances of reaching the final. It also means the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons and the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots have been officially eliminated. In Sunday's early game at the Providence in Guyana, St. Lucia Kings defeated the Barbados Royals by 13 runs to go top of the table on 12 points. The Kings first scored 162 for 3, led by 53 from player of the match Johnson Charles, before restricting Barbados Royals to 149 for 8. The late fixture, match 25, saw St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots end their campaign with a record 9th consecutive defeat, losing away to the Trinbago Knight Riders by 7 wickets at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Tarouba. Gerard Morris-Seeley has the recap.
St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots looking to avoid a record 9th straight defeat, batting first against the Trinbago Knight Riders team fighting for a top 2 spot. The Patriots on the back foot early. Evan Lewis falling to Aki Hussain for just 2. The left-hander scoring a combined 80 runs in a 7 innings post his unbeaten century. But the combination of skipper Andre Fletcher and Kyle Mears would bring life to the innings.
Takes the opportunity.
The pair put on 99 for the 2nd wicket, although Fletcher was a spectator for most of it.
A shot that is a flat 6.
Mears, the enforcer, blasted his way to 60 off 30 deliveries with 8 fours and 3 sixes. Fletcher, though, increased his tempo following Mears' dismissal. The Patriots had already scored over 150 runs 7 times this tournament, and their captain was determined to get them there an 8th time. And a 93 from 61 deliveries would push them to a competitive 193 for 4 in their 20 overs. The Knight Riders' experiment sending Casey Carty at the top field when he was dismissed for 13 inside the power play. That wicket brought together Nicholas Pooran and Jason Roy, who would completely take the game away from the Patriots. Roy and Pooran were merciless in their 73-run 2nd wicket partnership, with the Englishman scoring 64. And it didn't help that the Patriots dropped Pooran 4 times as he inflicted the pain. Pooran going on to blast an unbeaten 93, including hitting the winning runs to push TKR to 197 for 3 to complete victory by 7 wickets with 9 deliveries to spare.
Highest successful chase was 169.
Well pleased, to be honest. As I mentioned earlier, you know, people tend to remember the last thing you do, and I really wanted to come out here and you know, show what I'm worth. I'm happy, you know, to put on a great total for the team. Unfortunately, we didn't get over the line, but that's how cricket goes at times.
Obviously, the last game, not being able to sort of defend 130, which was under par, but you know, coming here and obviously with St. Kitts batting well, obviously conditions was very, very good for batting, as you can see. And they scoring 190 odd. Obviously tonight the guys really came out trumps.
The Patriots breaking the Antigua Hawksbills' unwanted record of 8 consecutive defeats in the 2014 campaign to finish bottom of the table. Newcomers Antigua and Barbuda Falcons, who are also out of the playoffs, have also played 10 matches and will finish 5th with 6 points. Warriors, Royals and TKR are in 10-point traffic, tussling for placements, having already qualified for the playoffs. The Kings are at the top on 12 points with 2 matches remaining.
Nicholas Pooran blasted his 2nd score over 90 for the tournament, an unbeaten 93 from 43 deliveries to earn the player of the match. This was his reaction post-match.
First of all, I want to give Jesus all praise and thanks. It's a really nice feeling. First of all, winning. And, performing in front of a wonderful environment. The crowd was fantastic today, and we just had to get over the line.
Nikhil Uttamchandani, joins us via Zoom. Nikhil are getting tongue-tied today, of course. An interesting weekend. Does this recent result make the Trinbago Knight Riders the strong favourites to win another title?
I think Leighton, probably not the result. I would say more the team that they've constructed with adding someone like a Chris Jordan, who I think has helped them, go from a strong team to, I don't want to say unbeatable team because the Falcons showed they're beatable, but I think it covers a base and a weakness where they've struggled in the past, which is their back-end bowling, and you saw his value yesterday. In a game where a team makes 190, to get 2 for 29 in your 4 overs on a very good batting surface, and his fielding, you saw that catch to dismiss Kyle Mayers. I think he really does cover a lot for them. So I don't want to say that they're unbeatable, because I think a team like Guyana, who had a subpar total against them at the Queen's Park Oval with their bowling lineup, showed that there are weaknesses. I think there's a lot of reliance on someone like a Nicholas Pooran, which Kyron Pollard, you saw him telling him that yesterday after the game about Pooran's importance. So I do think they probably are the strongest team on paper. I would probably still give the Amazon Warriors the edge because of where the playoffs are being played here in Guyana, and also the chemistry and familiarity within the Amazon Warriors side. But for me, those two, yeah, it could go either way.
You have to feel for the Patriots, though. I mean, this is a team that clearly has talent, and clearly they have the ability to win games. But they keep shooting themselves in the foot. 5 dropped catches last night, I think, pretty much sealed the issue for them.
Yeah, 28 drops across the entire season. I think when they reflect on this year, and obviously they were unlucky with the recruitments that they made. Someone like a Sikandar Raza, I thought they really missed because they didn't have a single off spinner in the side this season. So his wrist injury a couple of weeks or a week before the tournament really was a dagger to their heart. But also someone like a Tristan Stubbs, who we had seen do so well leading up to this CPL, had a few games for them but couldn't stay on. Hasaranga came late. Shamsi had to leave for the awards. And then, of course, the Rutherford fiasco. So it was really disappointing from their end. I still think with the talent that they had in the team, currently, they're a better team than 1 win from 10 games and 2 wins in 2 seasons. So they reflect on a lot. Probably the bowling attack wasn't up to scratch. And when you play at Warner Park, you play half your matches there. It is such a batting-friendly place to play cricket. You need your bowling attack to be at its best. So they reflect on a lot, but very disappointing from their perspective to finish on just 1 win from 10 games.
Yeah, very disappointing indeed. Someone needs to explain to me how you put down 28 chances in 10 games as a unit. When Andre Fletcher said it last night, I was like, wow, that cannot be possible. Andre Fletcher, though, let's continue there, because just 1 win for the Patriots, and he'll be disappointed to be the leader of the unit that has a record, an unwanted record. But individually, his performance has been brilliant, and came up with a pretty significant record last night as well.
Yeah, Ricardo, I thought last night, obviously it was a slow start, and that tempo has been something he's been trying to work on, where he's quite slow after the power play. Last night was the opposite, whereas he didn't get the most fluent of starts early against the new ball. Luckily, Kyle Mayers was going. But what was really impressive to see was the way he accelerated maybe after the 10th or 12th over. And, I mean, the way he took down Waqar Salamkheil, for example, batting against spin and scoring against spin has been something that has plagued him in the past. So he will definitely reflect on, the way he's gone run-scoring-wise this season. He will take some responsibility. I mean, the captain has to take some responsibility for a season where you win 1 game out from 10. But I will say that it's not totally his fault. I think the weapons at his disposal probably weren't sufficient enough to be able to defend big scores. I mean, you saw the batting lineup to me did well. I mean, they've had 3 200+ totals and that 190 last night. So the batters were doing their job. I think their bowlers let them down on the absences and guys going in and out and injuries didn't help in any way as well.
Yeah, and clearly the fielding as well let them down significantly. Nigel, a conversation that is not new, a discussion that's not new, but it has taken on wings lately, and apparently from what I hear, you are in the thick of things. And it didn't help with the Ashmead Ned situation, 2 overs for 17, and then he wasn't bowled any further in the game. Afraid of the matchup, it seems, with Nicholas Pooran, the left-arm spinner, bowling to the left-hander. And I just want to get your take on what happened with the Ashmead Ned situation and the whole issue of matchups in cricket, especially this specific one, the left-arm spinner to the left-handed batsman.
Yeah, obviously, Ricardo, I think it is something. It's funny that you say I'm in the thick of things. I don't know if I would use that phrase, but I have spoken about it sometimes during games, etc. But it's a funny one because some captains do not bowl. I mean, I think the Patriots earlier this season dropped a left arm spinner just because of Pooran. It was amazing to see teams actually plan their entire 11 around one guy. But what it tells you is how powerful Nicholas Pooran is. I think for me, he's probably the only left-hander in the world that you really don't want to risk bowling a left-arm spinner to. However, what I will say, I want us to all take a page out of Rodman Powell's book because it was at Kensington Oval when Pooran came to the crease and the Royals kept Keshav Maharaj bowling and he ended up getting him out. Last year, Imad Wasim, same thing. Bowled to Pooran, Pooran took him on and hit him for a few sixes, but in the end, they got the desired result, which was the wicket. So for me, I think if you're a really aggressive captain, depending on match situation, if you have a big score on the board or if you want to get Pooran now, I mean, you always want to get him. But depending on the situation, I actually think it's something that you can use against Pooran because he will take it on no matter what. Hetmeyer is another perfect example. In every game, I think 4 dismissals to left arm spin this year. He will take it on regardless, whether they're 20 for 3 or 100 for 3. If he sees a left arm spinner, he will take you on. And whilst that can bring you sixes if you're the Amazon Warriors, it also can bring you a wicket if you're the opposition. So the Ned one, I understand he's an inexperienced spinner. Bowling to Pooran, that could be a dangerous proposition if Pooran hits him for maybe 20 or 30 runs. However, I mean, Ned will argue that he's bowled well, and others will argue that you can get the left hand out. So yes, I think it's slightly overplayed, but I do think Pooran is a special case when it comes to the matchup.
And in 15 seconds, Nikhil, because the other side of the equation as well is that individuals are saying, if you are a good enough spinner, you should be able to bowl to anyone.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Moeen Ali, for example, not bowling to right-handers is blasphemy, in my opinion. I think because of the quality of his off-spin, he has the ability to use the sides of the ground and use the wind and use other factors, which almost eliminate that matchup. So it's amazing. Anytime a right-hander comes in, captains go and pull him out the attack. And he's good. He's world-class. So, yeah, I do think at times it's overdone.
Yeah, a matchup not being in your favor does not mean you can't have success in that matchup. But hey, what do I know? Nikhil Uttamchandani, as usual, it's great chatting with you, and we'll be chatting again this week, I'm sure, with more CPL action coming up.
Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right. Yeah, 3 matches this weekend, by the way. But according to the producers, there could only be one. The producers have said there could only be one Angus Tour play of the day. They say it comes from match 25 between the Knight Riders and the Patriots.
There it is! There is the setup, game and match. He's got him. Such an important breakthrough here for TKR and Kyle Mayers. On the brink of the 100-run partnership, he's got to go.
Simply brilliant. He's always been one of the best fielders in the game, CJ. And this is superb work off his own bowling. He just cracked him for room. Mayers looking to work this into the onside. No problem with the front foot. It's into the surface. Maybe just sticks a touch and Mayers is through. It's hit the stickers, but look at that. Makes it look easy. He is such a brilliant athlete, Chris Jordan. And there's a wicket that has been desperately required.
Yeah, there you go. The Angus Tour play of the weekend is what we're calling that one. And the producers say that really was the only moment that they could select. Leighton Levy.
I don't know. I don't know. Look, I think there are a lot more outstanding plays this week. That's just me. A couple of overhead catches, some brilliant runouts. That runout from Shamar Joseph, in the match against, was it Barbados Royals? I'm trying to remember what game it was. I mean, but hey, the producers, maybe they didn't see those. but I thought that, I mean, that wasn't bad, but in the scheme of things, not so much.
You know what I think? It's break time.
Wave your hand, wave the hand, wave the hand from the Caribbean. Wave the hand, wave the hand, wave the hand from your number one. For me ready for the competition. You not take intimidation. Woman or man, we have no hand.
This is how we play the game.